Should I quit my job and go for a full-time YouTuber? What are the ways that you've made YouTube a sustainable and steady source of income? What brings you to life this season? How's your workout routine going? Will we see more FPV content? Why are you not going to do vlogs anymore? Haha! Oh, hello! Good to see you again. It's been quite some time. It hasn't actually been quite some time. It's more so that I haven't recorded videos because I've been doing a lot of stuff here on the property, trying to make it look the way that I want it to look. This video is probably going to get a couple of those comments where people are like, well, Peter, you shouldn't make these kind of videos because I don't like them anymore. You should stick to doing the B-roll videos, why? That's your thing. And it hasn't been for the last 3 years, but I do get it because I made a lot of those B-rolls back in the days. There's also probably going to be a lot of comments saying like, well, you clickbaited me into watching this video, so I'm never gonna watch a video again. Thank you for clicking on the video. I appreciate you. Have a good one. Take care and have a fantastic life. I don't need that kind of negativity, but I'm making this video for those of you that has been here watching my videos for the last 5 years, and to those of you that are just tuning into my videos to hang out with Peter, because I love to hang out with you and I appreciate you loving to hang out with me. It's like, for me, that's whenever I do one of these Q&As, I usually post it onto my Instagram. So if you're not following me on my Instagram, I can drop it right here or in the description. You choose if you want to pick up your phone while you're watching me, start following me on Instagram. I don't post as many reels or posts, but I do stay kind of active on the Instagram stories. So if you're wondering what is going on, what I'm doing when I'm not doing YouTube videos, that's the place to be. And I'm always so freaking appreciative of those of you that take your time to ask me questions and say, hey, Peter, what do you think about this one? It's great because then I can answer those in a video to you directly. Q&A for the main channel. Swipe up. Okay, will we see more FPV content? Yes, Leo, we will. Are more vlogs gonna come soon? What headphones do you use to listen through the camera when recording audio? I never use any headphones connected directly to my camera whenever I'm recording audio because I'm usually in front of the camera instead of behind the camera. How's your workout routine going? I'm actually just getting back into the workout routine that I've been wanting to get back to for the last 6 months, but I've been building on the garage, trying to make sure that I can be here, record these kind of videos in the garage. But now I can actually get back into the routine of working out at least 3 times a week. I'm not gonna go back to bodybuilding size. That's never going to happen, but having a good workout routine, absolutely something that I want to have. Can you show us your workout routine? When it comes to working out, there's basically a bunch of different splits that you can do. I think one of the best things that you can do is find something that fits your own motivation throughout the week. So for me, I usually do chest and biceps on Mondays, and then I do back and triceps, and then I do legs, and then I just keep rolling like that every other day, so on and so forth. Super simple, but it works because you can just add on and remove the things that you want to improve on. What brings you to life this season? Spring, sun, birds, anything that is alive outside right now. What filament do you use on your 3D printer? PLA. Do you feel more motivated than ever to create now with the new house, or do you feel more relaxed? I'm gonna say that it's a little bit of both. One thing that has always been driven me to make things is to have a set goal. The house has been that set goal for the last 5 years. And now I've passed that, I passed the finish line. So what do? I'm standing behind the finish line without a race. I'm standing behind the finish line without another goal in sight. So I need to set up another goal for me to actually move forward in order to push myself to do better things. When it comes to making things, I feel like finding the motivation is something that I never have an issue with. I think it's more so setting the goal that I have an issue with. So now I need to find a new goal, make sure that I set that, and then chug along. What is your video long-term storage solution strategy? Oh, we're gonna dive into that in a coming video. Normal FPV or Avata 2? I watched your Avata 2 video on YouTube. Hey, thank you, I appreciate that. I'm going to have to make an entirely different video on this because I can't cover it all in this video. I'm sorry, but stay tuned. Have you ever played paintball? No. Why are you not going to do vlogs anymore? Okay, so for those of you that are following me on Instagram, you might have seen that I replied to someone saying like, hey, when are the vlogs coming back? And then I said, they're probably never coming back, or they're probably not coming back. It's a truth with a little bit of modification. One of the things that I loved with making vlogs when we were living in the apartment was the process of being able to build a house, being able to reach the goal that I set out to myself 5 years ago. And I've been documenting that entire process for such a long time. So for me, it felt, natural to keep that going whenever I felt that I wanted to make a vlog. And I love making vlogs. Vlogs are one of the best things that I know when it comes to making YouTube videos and posting them online. I love the fact that you can just go back 2-3 years and see what you did back then. But when I'm standing here now, without a goal, without anything to really document, because the progress of building a house is done, or the progress of, my YouTube channel has been done. I don't want to set another goal of just, we're going to hit 1 million subscribers on the channel. I want it to be something that is a little bit more heavy. There should be more depth. And that for me is why I feel like right now, I don't want to make the regular, wake up in the morning, document my day kind of the thing, because everything that I do is just walk out of the door, go in here, answer a couple of emails, record a YouTube video, and then I go back. But whenever I'm, out and about, I'm flying to Iceland together with a friend or something, I will make vlogs. I'm not entirely sure what kind of videos that I want to make when I'm making the vlogs, because making the vlogs just the way that I did before is not gonna feel the same now that I don't have that goal to strive for. Don't be worried that I'm not going to make more videos, because that, my good old friend, is going to happen. What is the 3D printer that you have? It's a Bambu Labs X1E. Highly recommend you to check out the Bambu Labs X1 series if you're serious about your 3D printing. It is so freaking good. Do you have any role models? This is a great question, and I do. One of my role models, and someone that has been my role model for a very long time, I'm gonna say 20 years back, Arnold Schwarzenegger. He has a very interesting persona, very interesting life, and it motivates me to look at his journey and see everything that he's been through and what he has accomplished just with the mindset of making that a goal and setting out to do this and putting in the work to actually achieve the goal that he wants to achieve. How did you calculate your rate for sponsorship deals? And what resources can you suggest with understanding the market rates? This is a very deep question, and I would love to dive into a entirely different video when it comes to this, but I'm going to try to answer it as good as I can. When it comes to your YouTube videos, like there's no book. There's no one saying, hey, this is what you should charge, or you're worth this amount. So it makes it very hard. But one thing, like when it comes to business, is that you should always think when you're presenting your fee to the brand or to the company that you want to work with, you should aim as high as you possibly can. And then the brand is going to come back to you and they're going to say like, no, that's way too high. Our budget is this. Okay, then you know where the budget is. Like, what they are willing to pay you for the amount of work that you're going to put in. So then you can take that amount of money and then add on what you think yourself is worth and then pitch that back to the brand. I can't give you a specific number because everyone has a different reach. Everyone has a different, niche channel, but try to work it as a business. Try to pitch as high as you possibly can and work your way down from there. Try to make the company share the budget before you pitch your budget to the company. Now that you got to build your house or studio, do you all regret doing things in a certain way and wish you had done it differently? Honestly, no. I'm just freaking grateful to be able to have this as my house and studio. How can I get jacked like you? Well, first off, you gotta work out, bro. Enjoying all of your videos. Thank you. Have you felt stuck with ideas for videos, and how do you overcome this sort of creative block? I've been stuck almost every single week, every single month with some sort of video that I make. And sometimes if I don't act upon the video that I want to make, then it just becomes worse. You know, the more that I wait on acting on the video, the less motivated I get to make the videos. If you get an idea for a video, make it right now. Would love to hear your workflow for creating content so consistently. Do you have an editor? I do not. I'm editing everything myself. What are the ways that you've made YouTube a sustainable and steady source of income? Do you have any recommendations for someone that is not as far along in the journey? Thanks for all you do, man. Thank you for tuning in. When I started out, I had no idea on what was going to generate money for me when I was running my YouTube channel. But a couple of things that helped me was to partner up with brands that offer products that you can stand behind. The more you believe in the product, the easier the sell is going to be to the viewer of the video when you're promoting the product. Affiliate sales is a great thing because if you're talking a lot about gear like I do on my channel, then having the links in the description to give your audience an easy way to access the same product is a great way to make a little bit of a kickback on those products. Sponsorships is a huge deal. The more sponsorships, the better to a certain extent. But if you just want to make money, sponsorships is the way forward. Making your own products, for example, my Final Cut Pro course, my LUTs, and so on and so forth, those has generated a lot of money for me during the course of the 1.5 years that it has been released. And then, of course, the Tri-Charge has been a huge success, and I cannot thank you enough for everyone that has supported me by purchasing one, because it feels like I'm living someone else's story, you know? It doesn't feel real. So thank you. And then of course you have AdSense. The more videos that you make, the more it generates. Those are the way that I managed to secure my income. What would you do if you accidentally didn't record something in RAW? I never record anything in RAW. What is important if you want to move to Sweden except the language? Respect personal boundaries. I'm doing part-time YouTube and I have almost 6,000 subscribers, but I don't have enough time for YouTube. Should I quit my job and go for a full-time YouTuber? One thing that I think you should understand is that you have to have a little bit of luck with YouTube, and you also need to be able to sacrifice something in order to get something. So you can't have everything and then at the same time get everything, if that makes sense. I mean, like, I sacrificed money, time, my job in order to gain something over here, but there was never a guarantee. So if you don't have the guarantee, how much are you willing to sacrifice? You got to think about this yourself. I'm not going to be the judge, but I wish you all the best. Keep at it. Do you ever procrastinate on ideas? And if so, how do you force yourself to get them done? As I said in the previous question, if you get an idea, it's very important that you just execute it as soon as possible, because the longer you wait, the harder it's going to be to execute that idea that you once had. It's going to become bigger in your own head, it's going to become harder, it's going to become more complicated, and so on and so forth. Are you going to keep your studio if you have the new home studio? Yes, I am. Outside of filmmaking and YouTube, what are your biggest passions these days? I'm going to say 3D printing. Lately, that has been a huge creative outlet for me to just create things, make stuff that I can bring to life just by designing and then 3D printing. I think it's so freaking cool. And I'm working on an entire video on that. That was all the questions for now. And I really hope that you enjoyed this video. And if you did, please do give it a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. And if you're looking to get one of the best chargers on the market, then this one, the Tri-Charge, can highly recommend. Canon, Sony, and Nikon. More to come. Peter från Sweden, saying goodbye.